leaving the hotel in Arlington, Virginia. All right, so this is day one on the cross-country tour. Just going through some trails to get to the C&O Canal. Down to mile 0 on the C&O Canal Towpath. Yeah, it was a little hard to find, but Canoe Maps brought me down here fairly easily. Stayed on the bike path the whole way from the hotel in Arlington. So yeah, if you want to look at the route I took, you can always look at the Canoe link I'll put in the comments. All right, well, I'm officially going to start the cross-country bike tour here from the mile 0 on the C&O Canal Towpath. Hope you follow along. Well, this is the first turtle on the trip. It's pretty good size. But here's the canal, and this is what will be traveled along most of the time. And then eventually the Potomac will be on the opposite side. Haven't been able to see it yet. All right, this is lock house number 6, the first of quite a few lock houses. I think there's, I'm not gonna guess on how many there are, but there are quite a few. I forgot my canal, C&O Canal Towpath book I was gonna bring, so I'll try to give you the correct information. And this is one of the lock houses that you can actually stay here overnight. I do remember from the book saying it was from $100 to $150, I think, depending on the amenities the lock house has. All right, taking my first little break here on the first good spot I can see the Potomac. Seems like it's running pretty high. I know they've had quite a bit of rain in this kind of side of the country, so. All right, we're a little high up here above the Potomac. And a couple miles before the Great Falls, so. All right, looks like the start of the Great Falls here. pretty amazing. I mean, it's 14 miles from DC on a bike with not a whole lot of people to get here. It's pretty amazing. Just getting ready to cook my first C&O Canal meal here. Some oatmeal, little honey, protein powder, and cacao powder. All right, this is lock number 27. This one you cannot rent for overnight stays. Pretty locked up. Not a whole lot going on the last 15 miles or so. It's been pretty much a tree tunnel, which I enjoy. Lots of activity with the birds and the wildlife out here. Got my scent all up. I will put my rain cover on a little later because it is supposed to start raining tonight. Maybe I'll get lucky and it won't start tonight. It's a nice little campground. Howdy. There is a train that comes by. And I got my first dinner for the trip. Little rice and chicken. It's gonna be good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and eat my rice and chicken, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Well, I'm just getting breakfast going. I had another hiker in this site last night. Rained off and on all night. It's supposed to rain a little bit more. I just got done checking the trail out. It doesn't look like it's going to be mud bogged. Probably will be in some sections, but at least starting out it won't be real muddy. Well, I made it out of the campsite. Made it up the incline there. It only took me 3.5 trips. All right, the aqueduct that we're about ready to go over was basically one of the most beautiful aqueducts out of the 11 that are on this canal towpath, and it ceased operations in 1924. All right, we're gonna go check it out. They do have a little Brunswick family campground right on the trail, about 3 miles from where I stayed last night. Little store here too. Not gonna lie, if I would have known about this, I probably would have come down here and camped. But yeah, if you're in a pinch, or it's raining, or you want to take a shower, they've got this probably mile about mile 55 coming from DC. Well, here's the stairs to the Harper's Ferry Bridge. Yeah, it's supposed to be a real historic city over there at Harper's Ferry. Some nice bed and breakfast. Alright, this is dam number 4. And it says it was one of the finest masonry dams of its day. It was built in 1856. And it backed up water on the Potomac River for 13 miles. Yeah, this is the section, I believe, where they've put the beds, the trails fallen, and they've put a huge concrete trail in its place. So yeah, I've been looking forward to this section. Alright, the tent's all set up. It's not too wet from last night, but it is a little wet. Alright, tonight I'm staying at Opequon Junction. Well, it's a real peaceful morning here out at the campsite. Just got packed up. Gonna be heading out on day 3. Did have another biker show up. I don't know what time because I was already in the tent. But yeah, it was a real peaceful campground here. Now this is lock 44. And it's still kept up pretty nice. There's the house. It's got the dam still there on the lock. Morning. But this one talks about a canal home, and they couldn't go anywhere because they had to be there all the time. It shall be their duty at all hours, by night as well as by day, to pass all boats and floats presenting themselves at their locks. And that was by Charles Mercer, President, C&O Canal Company. And now there's no, I don't think there's going to be any give or anything on the hitch there at all. So I think it'll be back to the way it was. All right, everything is down safely. If I have any more this steep, definitely going to be breaking down the trailer a little bit farther. Okay, detour is over and I'm back on the bike. Well, I decided to get on the Western Maryland Rail Trail. It's about mile 117 of the C&O Canal. Just to ride this for probably 20 miles, I think. Well, I'm above the C&O Canal Towpath. That's the bridge right there. And they had cyclists detoured up to the Maryland Trail here just because the bridge is out. All right, well, I'm all set up out here at the Devil's Alley campground. Got a nice spot right on the river. Sun's about ready to go down. All right, well, just getting out of Devil's Alley campground. Got a pretty early morning start this morning. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. Well, I made it to the Paw Paw Tunnel. This section was closed for a lot of years while they got everything done. Yeah, I mean, everything's sanded, smooth as sanded, fits on there. Well, I'm about halfway through the tunnel in here, and it's all bricks in here, and the boardwalk looks like it's the old boardwalk that they used to have, the railings anyways. Or possibly they're just as new as the other stuff, but it's in the tunnel where it's wet all the time. Alright, so we're getting to the end of the tunnel here. And this is the Paw Paw Tunnel. And I will find the distance because miss the distance, or I'm guessing it's probably half a mile, seems like. So yeah, using hand labor, primitive tools, laborers dug through 3,118 feet of unstable shale. Picks and shovels, wheelbarrows, black powder, mule power, and back-breaking labor built the tunnel. Well, we're about half a mile from the city of Cumberland. Alright, so this is the official mile 0 of the Gap Trail, and kind of the end of the C&O. Alright, well, that's the end of the C&O Canal Towpath. I'm here in Cumberland, about ready to get started on the Gap Trail. But I will get a nice hotel night first. I decided to stay here for a night, kind of recoup, and I have to hit the store, grab a couple things in the store. But I think I'm going to throw the C&O on its own video. So thanks a lot for following along, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.